Hi there, my name is Robin Collins and today I'm going to be sharing information with you relating to the topic of application of treatments to the hair. We're going to be looking at internal and external conditioners and the effect of those on the hair shaft, and I'm going to be talking to you about the 4 methods of hand massage. In addition, I will talk about the process of the treatment service and some of the parameters around that. So let's look first at the structure of the hair shaft. The hair shaft consists of 3 layers. The outer layer, which is the cuticle layer, the middle or the centre layer, which is the cortex, and the innermost layer, which is the medulla. Now, in terms of preparation and treatment products, they affect the cuticle of the hair. The shampoo raises the cuticle of the hair and sticks it out from the hair shaft like so. And when we apply our different conditioning products, it has a impact on that part of the hair shaft. So when we look at our daily wearable conditioning products, our conditioning rinses, which are our external conditioners, what they're designed to do is once we've shampooed the hair, we will apply an external conditioner, and that will flatten the cuticle scales down and coat the hair in just a really nice thin waxy film, which will provide us with some lovely shine, some nutrition and some protection for the hair. So an external conditioner is designed to coat the hair shaft. An internal conditioner, on the other hand, is designed to penetrate the cuticle scales. So as I've said, once the shampoo has raised the cuticle scales, the internal conditioner will penetrate the underside of those overlapping scales, and it will sit and fill any gaps and repair the hair from the inside of the cuticle. It also, they contain ingredients that provide an adhesive type effect on the hair shaft as well. So when the cuticle scales are closed down, they will hold them down for longer. So those ingredients that are in your internal conditioners will act as an adhesive to hold the hair shaft shut tightly. Okay, so in terms of a therapy or a treatment process, you will find that a more senior stylist is going to select your products for you. You will prepare the client for this service, and in the salon you'll be guided by either an intermediate or a senior stylist that will have helped you analyse the hair and scalp, selected the products for the hair or scalp requirements, and then they will ask you to apply the product. Now, if you have a look in your resource, you'll find that there are a number of ways that you'll apply treatments. They come in mousse form, cream form and liquid form, and so you can read in that resource the different application techniques and methods. There's a PowerPoint as well which might help you with your application methods, and again your senior stylist will guide you. Some treatments are applied to the scalp, from the scalp to the hair ends, and some treatments are applied out from the scalp to the hair ends. If you're using a spray treatment, then you may find that you're just sectioning the hair in quite large sections and spraying at the scalp, at the mid-lengths, at the ends. Because the spray formulation is a lot lighter, you can be a little bit more liberal. In any event, the treatment is then distributed evenly through the hair according to the needs and the directions of your senior stylist, and from there you'll perform a massage. Now, we have 4 methods of hand massage which constitute a complete scalp massage. Now, those methods are effleurage, petrissage, friction and tapotement. And again, in your resources there's an elaborated form of each of these particular methods. I'm just going to talk very briefly. With effleurage, that is a slow sliding technique, and I will show that to you on the mannequin shortly. The benefits of effleurage are to soothe the scalp, reduce any pain, and to just really relax the client. And we use effleurage quite frequently between our methods of massage. So when we complete a massage service, we will start with effleurage and move into our other techniques, but between each technique we'll use effleurage just to relax the client and just to prepare her to transition the client between the methods of massage. So effleurage is your first method of hand massage, and it is also your transitional method of massage, and it's a slow sliding technique to benefit the hair and scalp by reducing stress, relieving muscle tension, relaxing the client, and it also spreads out the nutrition of the scalp as well. When we look at petrissage, petrissage is a kneading and pinching technique. It's generally performed in circular motions. It is designed to stimulate blood flow, remove fatty deposits, relax the scalp and make the scalp move and make it more pliable if a client has a tight scalp. So this particular method of massage is really important for rejuvenating the nutrition of the scalp, relaxing the client, and also to stimulate blood flow. So I think a really important point for you to understand is that any stimulation to the scalp improving blood flow will directly impact on the growth of hair, and that's really an important factor for clients to know the benefit of treatments and for clients to value the benefit of the massage. After we've performed our petrissage, we'll look at friction. Now friction is it's a quicker massage technique, and it is generally in zigzag or circular motions. It is a firm pressure, and as I've said, it's a zigzag and it's a fast method to stimulate the blood flow, warm up the scalp, produce that real stimulation of the blood flow to the scalp so that we're improving the healthy environment, the growth of the hair. It will relax the client, it will remove any foreign dead skin cells, and just is really beneficial for the scalp. Tip ointment is our last method, and that is a method of tapping on the scalp, and I will show you that in the practical element of this particular video. The benefit of tip ointment is that it directly relaxes the muscles and relaxes any tension in the skin and the scalp. It also is really valuable for removing fatty deposits or any loose skin. So tip ointment is a rather unusual method of massage, but it is a really important method of massage. And I think if you refer or you've seen a sports masseuse performing tip ointment that's using chopping and a tapping method, importance of that, or the value of it, is to actually trick the muscles into relaxing. So it causes the muscles to sort of spasm, and if they're tight they will loosen up. So that impact on the scalp is really valuable. Now that we've talked about these, I'm going to show you the practical elements. Okay, so we're going to look at the methods of hand massage on our lovely little mannequin here. I've removed the hair for the purpose of you being able to see what my hands are doing. So the first method of the hand massage is effleurage. Thank you, well done. Okay, that is a slow sliding method, and we're always starting at the lower areas and working our way up to the top, and at the sides working our way up, and then from the front hairline working our way back down. Always maintaining contact with the client with one hand at all times. So with effleurage, the first method is a slow sliding using the balls of your fingers and the palms of your hands. So you're going to work your way up from the nape, and then you'll come up using that very slow sliding method to the top, and then maintaining contact, you'll come down through the sides and up with your hands spread. A nice firm pressure. Check with the client whether it's comfortable. And then when I come from the front, I distribute the hair back with the pads of my fingers upside down. So I'm actually come around here, using my fingers this way to draw the hair back, like so. When the hair's on there, of course, it all flops around, so you don't want that all flopping in the client's face. And by using the backs of your fingers, it's really nice and comfortable. So we're using the slow sliding technique that comes up, nice and slow, up, nice and slowly, and then we're coming back. Now we would go through that several times because we're performing a 10-minute massage for the client. Sometimes we'll bring in pressure points as well. If you're familiar with those, just putting pressure on the top of the head. and the side of the head, and then releasing, and that actually reduces tension as well. The second method of massage is petrissage. Well done. Okay, and remember that's a slow kneading and pinching method. So we're going to be using circular motions. Turn our dolly around. We're going to be using circular motions from the neck coming up, and we pinch the scalp as we're working our way up, maintaining contact as we come from the sides to the top, pinching the scalp between. I hope you can see that. And then working our way from the front hairline back through to the back, and then we start again. Okay, so we would go through this just really slowly, working and pinching and kneading the scalp to loosen it up, stimulate all that lovely blood flow, make the client feel amazingly comfortable and pampered. To just make it a bit straighter. Okay, so the third method of hand massage is friction, which is a faster, vigorous movement, and you can either use zigzag motions or circular motions. The choice is yours. Again, the pressure is quite firm, but just check with the client and make sure that the client's comfy. So a nice zigzag method, working your way up and then coming through your sides, working your way up. All of the time you're using the pads of your fingers in the two middle stages of massage. If you were using circular motions, you would use this type of method, similar to when you're shampooing the hair, coming around through those sides, working your way up, working your way back from the front hairline back to the nape. So you would go through that several times as well. Between each method of massage, we just stroke the hair with a slow sliding technique, which is effleurage. That's right, it's your transitional method as well as your beginning and ending method. So between your friction and petrissage, you use effleurage, and between friction and tapotement, which we're now going to look at, we would use effleurage. So with the tapotement, that's a tapping motion, and we're going to be using the sides of our hands, or we can use the pads of our fingers. So to use the sides of your hands, you would simply use that chopping motion from the nape and work your way up and down and work your way around the head. So you can move around the client as you perform your massage. If you were to use that same chopping motion across the top, you might come like so, or you might come forward like so and then work your way up from the sides. If you were to combine your technique using the side of your hand and the pads of your fingers, I generally move around my client and I would use that method through the back area, but then I would use the tapping method through the top area. So then I'm sort of staying behind the client and not getting too much all up in her space there. Okay, so it's important to respect that. You don't want to be sort of getting all over the client. So you can stand back, use your chopping method at the back, and your tapping piano playing method at the front. Again, you'd finish with your effleurage, slowly. Excellent. So just recapping on those methods of hand massage. We have effleurage, which is the slow sliding, emphasis on the slow. We have petrissage, which is the deep kneading, circular motions where you're pinching the scalp together. We have friction, which is your zigzag or your circular motions, and they're quick, fast, firm. And then we have tapotement. In between each one, you'll actually use effleurage, slowly. Everything at pace in my world. Slowly. just to relax the client. So once you've finished your hand massage, you would then go on to process your treatment as per the manufacturer's instructions and your senior stylist's directions. You may use heat, a thermal accelerator, or you might use wet towels that are heated that can actually produce heat from the scalp and actually really get that treatment penetrating into the cuticle. You may not have to process your treatment. It may be an external treatment you provide, which is a wearable treatment, or it may be a treatment that just once you've completed your hand massage doesn't require any treatment. One of those express treatments, or one of the express treatments that are now available within our industry. So be guided by your senior stylist. If you are processing a treatment or using a cream or a treatment that requires rinsing, you would then go through the rinsing and removal process. Now that normally includes taking the client to the basin, making sure she's comfortable, using warm to hot water, removing the product until the hair feels smooth, not slimy. If you over rinse the product and the hair starts to feel almost like that squeaky clean feeling, then you've over rinsed the product and you've removed too much of the treatment. Whereas if you just remove the product until the hair feels nice and smooth, then it'll be enough and the client will be able to have her follow-up service of cutting and or styling. I hope you've gained some valuable knowledge from this video, and I look forward to sharing more information with you in the future.